All right, today on the
Yeah,
Ropes, man, my special guest,
yeah,
DaCarree Scott, aka MacTruck,
yeah.
3-0, 3 KOs as a heavyweight, reigning out Atlanta GA, man. What's good?
Not much, man. I'm at the gym right now. I just step out to the interview. I'm at the gym.
Oh, man, you always working hard, man. You just actually fought a couple of days ago,
Yeah, Sunday.
and you right back at it.
Yeah, I was in here yesterday and the day before. So I stay in the gym.
All right, we're going to take it back for everybody, man, so everybody can really get to know you.
Okay.
Are you originally from Atlanta?
Nah, I was born in Denver, Colorado, but I moved here when I was 8. So it was. I guess I'm saying I'm from Atlanta, but that's I moved here when I was 8. So I grew up and everything. So I'm really from Atlanta, but that where I was born in Denver.
Now, for everyone who's not familiar with the South, man, what is it like growing up in Atlanta?
I mean, it's a lot faster. I can say it's a lot faster. It's I mean, I really can't explain it. It's just I don't know. I really can't explain because I ain't really grew up nowhere else, so I can't explain like the difference. But like going to different towns, it's like when I was in New York, everybody was kind of rude. I see everybody say like people rude or it just that's all I can say. Like I don't know, it's just I don't know. I like it down here, so I don't plan on move. But it's different. Like it's a lot of people my skin color, a lot of black people. So it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's like home to me. I don't know. I love it down here.
Now, when did you first pick up the sport of boxing?
When I was 9,
9.
yeah.
Do you remember your first day going to the gym?
Uh, yeah, I remember. It was kind of like. It was kind of quick. Like the gym was closing. I was with my mom. It was late, and the gym was closing. And so when we got there, they told my mom like what it was gonna be and what times kids come. And I ran around and I got in the ring and that was it. And I left. Like I do remember my first day. Like, that was it was I ain't spar. I ain't nothing. Actually, I ain't spar for a minute because I was still playing football and basketball and baseball. So I didn't really even take like boxing. It was never like my mom, she did it, so it was like she was like I did it, so it was just something to do during the off seasons, like when football, basketball, baseball, like when that was done. 'Cause that's why I played with my cousins. Like we all played on the same youth league team, so we was just playing the sports year round. And then when like it would be like probably like during the summer or around winter, it was like a little like 3 week break. She just throw me in boxing, so I'd be doing something.
Now, I know football and baseball are big down there. How is boxing down there in your area right now?
Uh, right now it's getting a lot better. Like since me and like really it's been kind of down. Like it's really boxing really not that big. But like since Coach kind of started been doing it, and I've been we kind of been doing our thing. It's starting to get bigger, and starting to bring back fights. But like I mean, really like when I started down here, it was really dead. Like it was probably about like 4 gyms, and like it's like probably out the whole year of amateur fighting, it'll probably be probably about 7 fights out the whole year. So it's not that big. You got to travel. You got to get out of the state. You got to leave Georgia to.
When did you actually focus primarily on the sport of boxing? Like you said, you were playing other sports at the
Yeah.
time. So, what was the deciding factor for you to mainly focus on the sport of boxing?
Uh, I was 14. I couldn't play football because my grades or something. I couldn't play. It was like 8th grade. Yeah, I couldn't play football because my grades. So I was just like man, bump it. I'm a box full time, mom. And she was like, what? You don't want to play football no more? I was like, nope, I don't want to play no more. And so then after that, I started just taking it serious. I started taking it serious, and I started growing to love it. It was just I started to like fall in love with the sport, and just ever since then, I ain't stopped. I haven't played football, basketball, baseball. I haven't played no other sport but boxing. That's all. I was always in the gym.
Now, for people that don't know, man, what was your amateur background like?
Oh, see, all right. So I've always been big. I always been a heavyweight. Like everybody say, lose weight. I've always been big. When I was a little kid, I was bigger than everybody. I was always been big. So it was like I couldn't get no fights as an amateur. Like I couldn't get no fights. I was always unopposed. So so it was like I was like after I was like I'll say probably about 14, 15. I couldn't get no fights. So I was just like I just stayed in the gym though. I was sparring grown man. I was sparring the older dudes. So it was like I was just sparring a lot. That's all I was doing, sparring a lot because I couldn't get no fight. So when I turned 17, that's kind of where you could pick. Do you want to stay youth, or you want to go to man elite? And I was like, I'm gonna go man elite. And I had my first fight at 17. Like first fight, 17. I fought a dude who was 36. He was 6'5", 320 pounds. That's my first fight. Like, yeah, at 17.
Now, for people that don't know, man, how did you get the name MacTruck? Because I
Oh, me and my coach Warren.
heard through the spar, yeah.
Yeah, I was sparring and I just kept going. I wouldn't stop. I just kept going, running over. I was beating him down. And so coach, he was like, man, you like a freight train. And I was like, nah, that's lame. I ain't no freight train. He was like, nah, like a MacTruck it is MacTruck. And after that, I was just MacTruck stuck. That's how the name just stuck with me, just MacTruck. That's all it was.
Now, talk about your coach, Mustafah, man. How long have y'all two been together?
We've been together now for probably, we're going on 3 years. Nah, 4 years. No, 3 years. We're going on 3 years together.
How did y'all meet?
All right, so the first time I actually met him, I was with another coach, and he was at the gym I was at, and it's true story. I had a bad day in sparring. I got beat up pretty bad, like real bad. And so my coach I had, he was like, "Oh, you soft ass, you a bitch ass." I hit my fault. He just that's how he was talking to me. So I just looked at him. I was like, whatever, bro. Like, it is what it is. And so he came to me. He was like, "Nah, man, you did good, bro. Like that boy people I was sparring, they had experience. They was national champions. Like they've been around the sport. They've been, you know what I'm saying? They was doing their thing. They was at the time they was ranked like 1 and 2 in their divisions at the time. So that's me. I sparred 6 rounds. They did 3 or 3 apart. They tag team me. Like that's really what they did. So he came, "Oh, you a bitch, you soft, all this." So I'm like, bro, you don't see. I'm in my head. I'm like, they tag team me, bro. Like when one was fresh, one got out, one got in fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but they didn't knock me down. They didn't knock me out. They didn't do none of that. So it was So my coach, he came to me, like, "Nah, you tough as hell, man. You gotta keep going, man. You a man just like how they a man. You put your socks on, they put your socks on. They ain't no better than you." And I was like, all right, it's cool. And so the next day I came back to the gym. My coach I had at the time, he was like, "I ain't training you no more." Like I'm done training you. But I still came back to the gym. Like I was just like, I'm still gonna come. So coach, he came there and I was hitting the bag. He was like, "Yo, I like him. I'm gonna work with him. I want to work with him." But then he told that to another coach. He didn't say it to me. So it was probably like 2017. So he was like, "Yeah, I want to train him." But so then the head coach of that gym was like, "Yeah, the price go up on the gym. You gotta pay like, I think he wanted me to pay like $220 a month." And I was like, "Nah, I ain't got $220 a month." So I was like, "I ain't gonna train here." So I left. I just left the gym. I went to like the gym that we was at that we before it closed down. That's where we went to. That's where I was training at. I went to them. I talked to them. They was like, "Yeah, you just clean up, help us around the gym, and you can train for free." So I was just working out there, and then it was just like, we fast forward probably about like 6 months. That's when coach, he ended up coming to that gym. He just like, he didn't even know about it. He came there and started training. And so I saw him. I was working with another coach. His son was like signed to TMT. So he was like, I like you, man. We're gonna work. And then we worked. And so this one, I ain't gonna lie, this time I was probably about 290, like 290 pounds. So it was like, I really, you know what I'm saying? Like I was training, I was working, but nobody really took me serious. So he was like, man, he was like, "Come to the track." So this not Mustafah, this other coach I had. He was like, "Come to the track." So we went to the track. We ran, we was doing 800s. It's like when you run around the track twice. So 800s, and I couldn't make the time. Like I couldn't make the time. I was tired. He wanted me to do it like 6 times, and I was tired. Like, after the second time, I was like, "Nah, I can't do it." He thought, "You quit. You gave up." And I ain't quit. I gave up. I ain't never did it. Like I never pushed myself like that. So he was, "Whatever, man. I'm done." So he left me. So I came to the gym. I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I'm gonna try this other coach. If it don't work, I'm gonna quit." And she was like, "All right, respect it." So then I was like, "Coach, I went to him. He was at the gym. I said, "Would you train me?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll train you." I've been wanting to train. He told me the story. How he said, like, "I've been trying to train you. I saw something." I was like, "All right, we're gonna train." And the next day at like 9 o'clock, we was there. Like ever since then, it's like we clicked, like just like that.
What is it like, man, to have a coach, man, who really believes in you and believes Like one of the things he talked about, man, he said, man, he has all the potential in the world to be a world champion. It's a choice.
Yeah, man, this so crazy. Okay, so everything he said has happened. I promise you, like everything he said has happened. So we was probably training together for 3 months now. Like we was just every day in the gym, every day. I wasn't doing no sparring. We were just building the chemistry. And so he started showing me like I was telling him like, man, you think I was like, man, I was like 290. I said, you think I gotta go all the way down to like 154 for real? He was like, nah, you good. You good. Like it's short heavy. It's people that short heavyweights that did it. You know, of course everybody think Mike Tyson, but I was like, I told him I was like, I don't like fighting like that. Like get like yeah, Mike Tyson is cool, but it's tiring. Like I'm like, coach, I'm too big for that. Like Mike Tyson was 215. He can move all like that for 12 rounds. I can't. He was like, so then he started showing me other fighters like the White Muhammad Kawi and Sam Langford and David Tool. He started showing me other fighters that were short heavyweights and how they did it. So then that's when I started like studying short heavyweights. And so we would watch film together. We was always together. Like he'd be at the gym all day. I was at the gym all day. If he went home, I went home with him. We was just together. So then we just started. That's how our chemistry built. And then like it was just like kind of after that it was just all the it was just heavyweights when he just mostly just showed me more the boxing than Mayweather, Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying, and Terrence Crawford. He showed me more. It's more the boxing than just the, you know what I'm saying, Muhammad Ali, the tall fighters, the jab, looking pretty. Like it's other styles of fighting that you can win with. That's kind of what he showed me. So
Do you see it as a blessing in disguise, man? Because he's such a great teacher of the sweet science.
yeah, yeah, it's like blessed God. That was my fault. Like when I say he predicted everything, the first year the Mercedes Stadium just got built, and he was just like, if you keep working, you'll be able to get your name in the stadium. They're gonna put a banner like how Floyd got a banner at MGM Grand. They're gonna put one in Atlanta for you. And I used to look at him like he's so crazy. He'll talk about how like we'll go to a national tournament. That's how you're gonna get your name. You're gonna start winning fights. You can win your national. All that you're gonna fight the Olympic trials. Like that time it was like 2018. It was like 2018 Olympic trials was like 2 years ago. We gotta get to a national. We gotta get you more fights. We got yeah, we started rolling. So I'm looking at him like he crazy, like, man, this man crazy. And he was like, you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. And so after a while, I stopped questioning him. I just did it. Everything he said, I just did it. If he say you gotta start running 3 miles faster, I just started running 3 miles faster. You gotta lose. He was like, all right, you gotta lose 10 pounds. I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds. And I just do it. And just, after that, I just trusted him. I trust him with everything. It must have how it came. So he trusted me that I could do what he wanted me to do, and I just trusted him that whatever he say, it worked. And then everything he started saying, I did what he said, it was happening. So I'm like, oh man, everything he said, my life is changing, so I'm gonna do it. It don't matter if he said you gotta run up Stone Mountain 6 times a day. Everybody was like, oh man, gotta run 6 times, run the mountain, but I was gonna do it.
What would you say the biggest lesson that you learned from him?
Biggest lesson, like that. Sometimes you just like everybody. I don't have the best physique. I don't have the. I'm not the tallest for my weight division. I'm not the strongest. I don't hit the hardest. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But you can still be great at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find what you do best and you max it out. Like that's kind of what I did. Like I know I got a good defense. So and I know I'm faster than these bigger guys. I'm way faster than them. So I'm like I'm not gonna let them hit me. Like I'm gonna be sharp. I'm gonna have a good defense. I'm gonna punch hard to the body. I'm gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, mostly max out what you got. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have. And that's what makes you become great. And he just, that's another thing he showed me, like just you gotta look at everything you know what I'm saying? You don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have, max it out, and then work on the things that you can get better at. But what you do have, you gotta keep pushing with. That's kind of what he showed me.
Now I got to ask, man. Right after the Olympic trials, that's when you decided to make the decision to go pro.
Yeah. Because all right, so after Olympic trials, all right, so Olympic trials, that time, all right, so this what happened. Okay, so it was me. It's another fighter that's at our gym. His name DeMichael, and he had just came start training with us. And so, but he real like I ain't gonna lie, like he taught me like kind of how to manage losing weight, manage your food, eat right. So we was living together. Like he was just teaching me like nah, like he was, Matt, you can't eat that. I'm like, what's wrong with this, man? I'm reading the calories on the back, and he's like, what's wrong with this? I'm like, man, ain't nothing wrong with this, bro. He said, no, look, you cannot eat that. So he just showed me how to eat food. So I lost a lot of weight. I think I lost like 30 pounds in 2 months. Just listen to what he's saying, not eating stuff, running. I lost 30 pounds in like 2 months. So he was, and then with Charles, that's kind of was like my focus. Like I just want to lose weight and show everybody that I'm serious. Like I'm not no joke. I want to win this. So I win, we lost. And then there's a lot of reasons coming down. We didn't have a lot of sparring. Like I had no sparring for Olympic trials. I sparred like probably like 2 times. I had no sparring. And so I was in, and like other fights, like when I fought in Baltimore, I thought like I'll lose a lot of split decisions. Like a lot of split decisions I would lose, and I'll look and I'll be like, I'll lose. And so I talked to like a couple other pro fighters, and they'll tell me like, you got a pro style. Yeah, you know, the amateurs kind of ain't your style. Like how you fight, laid back, you cool, you land hard counters, you got a pro style. You got a pro style. So I said, all right. So after Olympic trials, I just kind of looked at him. I was like, he looked at me. He was like, hey, man, like, hey. And then I had a baby on the way. Like my baby, I had a daughter on the way. So I told him, I was like, I kind of need money. You know, amateur, we spending a lot of money traveling. Like we spend a lot of money. He was like, hey, man, it's time to turn pro. I think you're ready. You got a pro style. So it's kind of just everything came to like a wrap. Like hey, it's time. You know, it's like it's
Now
time.
speak on your new location, man. The new gym,
Oh, the new gym.
Grindhouse.
Oh,
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse. Yeah, I think you was down here. We was figuring out the
Yeah,
name for
yeah.
the
When you
gym.
first
Yeah,
opened up.
yeah. It's new. We got a new gym, Grindhouse in Atlanta. It's on Glenwood. It's a small gym, but it get the job done. Like, and we working in here. Like it's like a hot box. It's a good gym. We got the Michael here. You know what I'm saying? We got like a lot of other like athletes come through. Everybody working like we just grinding, man.
I can imagine, man. There's a lot of
Yeah,
doghouse sparring in there. Because when I first
yeah,
came, that's when he first got the gym. So I was
yeah.
down there when they first got it, when y'all first got it open.
Was the ring up when you came here? Yeah, the ring
Yeah,
was
the
up.
ring was up. The
The
ring
ring
was
was up.
up.
Yeah,
But that was
yeah.
it.
So
It was just the ring at the time.
yep, just the ring. We ain't had no bags. It was
It
white.
got, didn't even have the name. Didn't even have the name yet.
Nope. Yeah, so we just working and we just figuring out as we go and getting the gym open, and it's kind of been a good experience to have like our own gym somewhere I can call home. Like it don't matter. Like sometimes we be in here all night. Like it's been times we left at like 6 in the morning and we all came back at 2. It was just like we worked again. Like we be here all night training. Sometimes coach we watching film and we just here. It's our gym. It's our home. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's a place that I got a key to the spot. So it's like I can come here anytime I want. And it's just I like that feeling.
Would you say, man, when you in that gym, it's like a peace of mind for you?
Yeah, it's peace of mind. It could be going. You go through a lot outside your life, but once you step in the gym, you put the box shoes on, you got your gloves on, you in the ring, everything go away. So,
Now, currently 3-0, 3 KOs, man.
yeah.
What was it like, man, for your first experience stepping into the ring as a professional?
Freshman. Oh man, it was awesome. I ain't gonna lie, cause sorry. So as you know, I be at the fights. A lot of other fighters, they beginning their pro career, and then I seen it where Michael, he my friend, like my dog. And I seen with him, like his pro debut, and I watched how he fought on a tank undercard, and I just watched. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I started thinking about, like, I think I want to turn pro, and so it was just my experience was just the headgear, no headgear, then the 10-ounce gloves and the different gloves, and then it was just once I got the feel for it, and I realized it's not about points. It's not about how fast you will punch them. You hurting something. Like, you try to knock somebody out. You try to hit them as hard, hit them with good shots, land good shots, clean. And it was like my style is just, it transitions perfect to it. It was like my coach saying, you can slow it down now. You ain't gotta try to go fast, and you can slow it down and land good shots. I was like, all right, so that's kind of what it is right now. Just slowing it down.
You know, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite boxer of all time?
All time, it's crazy because I don't fight nothing like him. But Larry Holmes, I think he one of the greatest all time. I like Larry Holmes, man. I watch him all the time. Larry Holmes. Uh, I don't know. To me, he just the greatest of all time. Like Larry Holmes. But like who I watch a lot, I watch a lot of David Tua, Dwight Muhammad Kawi. I like Tyson too. Like I like his combination punches he throws. Like he throw great combinations that make sense. So I like Tyson. And my coach he said I get on his nerves, but I like Adrian too. I just like watching Adrian and Tank. Like right now, like coming up, I like Tank. So I like Tank a lot.
You was talking about earlier about the boxing scene in Atlanta.
Hmm.
Right after the Tank, with the Tank Davis fight that they had down there with the sellout crowd,
Yeah,
it seems like, man, Atlanta could be a spot that can put on a lot of boxing events. Would you agree?
yeah. I
Once
think
once the COVID,
yeah, Kobe go down.
yeah.
Yeah, once the Kobe go down, I think it could. We just had we just do like a little. It was like a local show, and I mean it turned out pretty great. Like it was packed in there, even with the COVID. Like it was packed. Everybody everybody just wanted to see a good fight. And it was a good crowd. Like so, I could say I think it could people come out for boxing, and that's boxing could be another it could turn into a state that boxing can go real big in.
Speaking of the COVID-19, what are some of the precautions that you had to go through in the process of putting on a fight?
Oh, you
Especially
gotta
because with you all have an actual crowd there. Like
yeah
you've seen with the other events, like with the Top Rank and Showtime, no crowd participation at all.
yeah.
So how are you able to have events with the crowd participation?
Oh, what we did was we all took a COVID test. Everybody that was gonna be that was gonna be around the fighters or like they kind of had the ring kind of bared off. So like it was a crowd, but in the crowd they had everybody had come had to have a mask on. So everybody had their mask on, but with the crowd, like everybody, like the fighters, the cornermen, the judges, the referees, everybody had to take a COVID test. And if you know what I'm saying, you got to pass your COVID test to be in the event. But then they kind of had it like, you know what I'm saying, only two cornermen. And it's just like they just try to limit the people that's in the space of where the fight is going on. But outside the barriers, I mean, everybody just had their mask on. It really wasn't no 6 feet, but everybody had their mask on. They kept you know what I'm saying, they kind of kept it like they didn't just let everybody in at once. They kind of let everybody come in. They looked to see if there's a lot of people. But it was pretty big. It was pretty big venue, so it was pretty good. Like they just, I mean, everybody we just had to take COVID tests and
Do you think boxing will get back to somewhat normal next year, as far as bringing at least some of the crowd back to action?
yeah, I think they're gonna do a lot of outside events. I think that's kind of gonna be the like instead of having it in arenas, they're gonna do it like in a stadium and then put a tent over the ring. And I think that's kind of gonna be if it's outside. I think that's kind of gonna be like the norm, like boxing outside, outside events. That's kind of gonna be like the norm now.
What's your thoughts on what you see in the heavyweight division right now?
Right now, I mean Tyson Fury. I like Wilder. I do like Wilder. I like Wilder a lot. But Tyson Fury, he was the better man that night. And I think you know what I'm saying. I think Wilder can catch him. He can get him back. If you know what I'm saying, he go work on what he got to work on. I think Wilder can get it. AJ, AJ's AJ man. He's pretty good. But I think Andy Ruiz he deserves another rematch, man. I don't know. He put on too much weight. He was a champ. He just was chilling too long. He put on a lot of weight, and he couldn't move like he wanted to. He couldn't. In that fight, he just couldn't move. And Joshua was like, "I'm not gonna bang with you this fight. I'm gonna box you. I ain't trying to knock you out. I'm just gonna get the points in and go on and win, take the safe victory." And that's what he did. He outboxed him. But that's what I think. That's kind of the top heavyweights right now. That,
Now, what fighting weight would you actually like to fight at?
with fight weight,
Yes.
heavyweight. I won't fight a heavyweight. I'm gonna stay a
No, no,
heavyweight.
no. As far as weight, you were talking about at one time. I think you were
Oh,
at 250 at one time, but you were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about coming down to at least all the
Two
way
thirty.
down to actually 230.
Yeah, 230.
You think that'll be a good, comfortable weight for you at the
Big.
230?
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good comfortable weight at 230 because it's not too little, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not big enough where you all end up gassing out in 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 rounds. So it's perfect weight just where I'm at. So I still be solid enough to hold my own and not be too big where I get tired.
Now, who would you like to get some of that work with in sparring, man? That I said, man, I would love to work with him in
I
sparring.
love Andy. I love to work with Andy. I love to work with Joshua. Um, and Daniel Du Bois. I love to get in there with Daniel Du Bois. I
Now,
love to
have
get.
Now, have you ever got a call like to come into camp to help someone get ready for a fight?
I did actually. I did. What's his name? He does. He's a heavyweight champion for UFC though. He called, but it was time was too late and it couldn't happen. And then Joshua, he was going to fight Andy Ruiz again. The second fight they had called, but I couldn't get. I was getting ready for Olympic trials, so it was kind of like it would interfere with that. So that I didn't end up going. So that's the only reason. But I did get calls and people like, you know what I'm saying. Now it's like we ready to work. We traveling. We trying to get any camp we can get in. Like heavyweights, we trying to get in the camp. We on the road. Ain't no, I'm ready to go now. Ain't no excuses, anything. I'm ready to go. Ready to get in them camps.
Well, what's a day in the life of MacTruck, man? What's a day in the life for you?
The end of life. All right, so I get up. Well, all right. So on a good day, I get up probably around 9 o'clock. I be at the gym probably around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock we get to the gym. Um, then we train to like 1. We go home. We get let us eat. Or I have my daughter with me today. She in the gym right now. But I have my daughter with me some days, and we just work out. And then I drop her off at home, and I come back, and that's how we put our work in at night. Probably won't leave till like sometimes 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Then I run at midnight. Probably 1 o'clock. Sometimes I just like, I don't know. I like running at night because it's clear. And that's it. Like I be in the gym all day. If I go home now, it's because my daughter. I can make sure she's straight, feed her, change her, wipe her down, and I leave her. I leave her at the house with my mom or her mom, and then we go. And I'm back in the gym. I'm in the gym all day.
How hard is it to manage gym life and family life? To come to a balance between the
Yeah,
two?
balance. I go like it used to be challenging, but now it's a lot easier because like they like, all right, I see where you're going. You know what I'm saying? At first they'll think, oh, you just at the gym all day and I need your help. But then now they see like, oh, he really working, like he really trying to do something. So now I made my mom, she's kind of like, well, the COVID thing, so she's home now a lot. So now she work at home now. So she's like, okay, I can help you for a certain amount of time. And then my girlfriend, she watches her, and it's it don't be like real. It'll be like real hard, or I'll bring her our coach wife. She'll watch it for me some days. Like today, coach, he got his babies at the gym, so I just brought mine with everybody at the gym. So it just, it's kind of, it really, it's not hard at all. It's just, they kind of really like, his daughters, they all of age, like that. One of his daughters is 9, and so they just help out. So it just, every like they hungry up, make the bottle for her, feed her. You know what I'm saying? Like they just help us out. It's just real good. Like
So it's like one big family, a village. It takes a
yeah,
village.
it's like one big family. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
just looking forward and currently 3-0. How active do you want to stay in the year?
I want to stay very active. I'm thinking. I think he said they're looking at some fights in October. That's here. I mean, that's in North Carolina or something. I think so. But I'm trying to stay very active. I think October's the next time I'll be fighting.
Now, this question is my signature question, man. It's life lessons. People go through trials and tribulations of life, and the question is the toughest thing that you've been through in your life, and how did you overcome it? Because you might have a young person that might be going through the trials and tribulations of life, and they look for that courage and inspiration for someone who's like, oh, he made it through. I can do the same also as well.
Yeah. Um. As I kind of spoke on it earlier. When I wanted to box. I wanted to do it. This comes. I really wanted to do it, and nobody would take me serious. I couldn't get a good trainer. Nobody would. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I didn't have a good trainer because all trainers are good at what they do, like some. But I didn't have a trainer that was for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that could teach my style of fighting. And so it was to the point like I told my mom like if me this one I remember record me and Coach don't work this time. I'm done. I'm gonna quit. And she was just like, "You gonna quit? I'm gonna quit. I'm just it is it." So it's just, and I mean it seems simple now, but it was a lot going on at home. I just graduated high school, so it was like everybody you see everybody else they going off to college and you just at home. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, a couple people they got jobs now, they getting money, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? So they got cars, you don't. You walking, you on the bus. So it was just kind of like after high school hit, it was just like after I was done with high school, it was just what am I gonna do? Like I don't have a career. I wasn't after high school. I was like I'm boxing, so I didn't care about college. I'm boxing. I don't need college, and it was just like then all that failed. Like my coach left me in. I didn't have no coach. And I wasn't fighting, so it was just like it was just kind of hard. Like you want something so bad, but nothing's going his way. So you just gotta keep pushing, like no matter what. Like you just gotta keep pushing. Can't stop. You gotta stay consistent. You know, everybody talking about you. Everybody saying you trash. Everybody. I hear everybody say, "Oh, MacTruck, you good now, you good." But it was time people saying you trash, bro. You need to quit. You need to lose weight. If you're not gonna lose weight, don't fight. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna be a punching bag. Like that's people will tell me this. Like you know what I'm saying? They'll sit down and talk to me dead face, like serious, like bro, this ain't for you. And I'll be like, what? What you mean this ain't for me? I'm not getting knocked out. I'm not getting black eyes. I'm not getting dropped. I'm none of that. I'm fighting. Somebody had to tell me like, okay, you tough, but you need skill to be tough. And that's what I was looking for. Somebody just bring me in and show me the game. And that's what Mustafa does. Like he showed me the game. To this day, like he showed me the game, man. That's all. That's kind of like the toughest thing I've been through. Like as far as like with boxing and career wise, that's kind of been it.
No, since then, have you ran into that coach, or has he seen you since you've been 3-0, 3 KOs?
Yeah, he actually commented on my post, say congratulations, man. Like and it's crazy. Like now, when I was young, I didn't get it, but now I get it. Like I can understand why he would say like he said the things he said because he was a real. I think he said he was a 2-time world champion too and everything. So he like I know what it takes. I know what it takes, and you're not doing what it takes, but you also ain't showing me what it takes. You ain't taking the time to say, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? He was training me, so apparently I think he saw something. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably saw something, but it was just you could tell he was more like he was like, man, and then I ain't got the patience for it. I can't do it. So instead of just saying that, you didn't have to turn me down. You know what I'm saying? You had to say all what you said. You know what I'm saying? You had to do all that. You just could have said I ain't had the patience for it. So now I see like, oh, you just ain't had the patience for it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool. Like, I talked to him. I talked to him on the phone probably like, a couple weeks ago. He called me and everything, but I like there's no smoke or anything. But I just know, just that we didn't have no connection. Like I couldn't fight the way you fought. It's just just little stuff like so. He cool dude. It's just I just know like that's all it was. Like I understand now. You know what I'm saying? So
Are you currently signed to any promotional company, or are you independent right now?
I'm independent right now.
Have any started
Yeah.
looking at you, or the whispers started talking yet?
Yeah, it's been some people. It's been some people that hit us up and we talked to. And we kind of, you know, what I'm saying they kind of keeping an eye on me and everything. So it's kind of cool. I'm just staying patient. I'm just stay working. When they call my name, and say they're ready. I'm gonna show them like I'm coming.
Can you say who looking at you right now?
Nah, I can't say anything.
I thought I had at least get
I
that.
don't want to put. I don't want to. You know, what I'm saying say something and they they stop messing with me. So I just want to. But when there's everything, I'll do it when I make a choice and everything. I'll let you be the first to know.
Now, what's your current age right now?
I'm 22.
22.
Yeah, I just turned 22 in July.
Now, what's the goal for the next coming year? Coming up for the next year? I know you say you want to stay active. You're going to be looking to fight in October. But what's the plans going into 2021?
2021. Oh, I really want to get in these camps. That's kind of a big thing for me. I want to get in the camps. Like I want to get like hopefully like a champion or a Wilder or a Fury or somebody camp just to see what they doing. How they, so I just want to, so I'm real visual. I want to see it, like just how hard they working. Well, what do I have to do to take my game up to
To
get
that
what
next.
to that next level? And what I'm saying, like that's kind of what I want to see.
They always talk about the 10 fight rule. Once you get to the 10 fight, you start looking at the step up fights. Is that something you started thinking about also as well?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, me and my co, we probably looking trying to step it up a little bit now. If we want to show, cause see, like, all right, Atlanta is kind of like a thing. Atlanta's a joking box. Like boxing is a joke. Like if you from Atlanta, they look at you as a joke. Yes, and that's just being honest. So I just, what I'm saying, I told like me and my coach was talking. We just saying like, coach, you know what I'm saying, like maybe let's. Like, I really could fight, coach. Like we can step it up a little bit early. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying step it up, because I probably I don't know, but I mean we can fight somebody that's gonna we can coach out. Let's go. So he was like, all right, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying. I want to show people that I'm just not I'm not no joke. I'm not a fake. You know what I'm saying. I'm not clout chasing. I really can fight. I really, you know what I'm saying. I'm really doing this for real. I don't, you know what I'm saying. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't party. I'm in the gym all day. I go home. I be with my family. I go back to the gym. Like it's not a, you know what I'm saying. It's not a gimmick. People think of Atlanta. They think rapping and strip clubs and all that. But that lifestyle is out here. But I'm not a part of that. I really work. I really, you know what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
really a gym rat.
because I want to show support, big dog. I want to send Cash App, man, to give me one of those shirts, MacTruck shirts, man,
Okay.
so I can wear it, man, about different interviews and stuff, man. Because I
Okay.
definitely want
Okay.
to show love and support, man.
Yeah. That's great. That'll work.
Yeah, because family down there in GA too, Bacon GA in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, you be down here.
MacLab, MacLab.
You came down here one time too. When you asked me talk
Yeah.
about the new jet, you was down here, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of family down there in that Georgia area, man. So
Yep.
I'm looking for big things for you, big dog.
Yeah, I'm working. That's all. I'm working. I'm grinding. It's a new thing. I'll be saying like I'm in the trenches, man. I'm working right now. That's all I'm doing.
Oh man, you get love. CB Boxing from the UK in the house, man. Showing
Yeah.
love to you, man.
Yeah. Love UK.
Would you love to fight in the UK one day?
Yeah, I love to fight in the UK. I've never been out. I've never been out the country. I've been. I traveled around the states, but I've never been out the country. So that'd be dope to fight. UK. If I out the country, that'd be dope.
You got that passport yet?
I'm working on that right now. It's funny you say that. I am working on that right now. It's a lot of stuff I gotta get. I gotta get my birth certificate, my social. I lost it being a kid. But I lost it, so I'm getting all that right now so I can get my passport.
Hey man, I truly appreciate your time coming on the ropes today, man. Just
No
to share
problem,
your
man.
story and letting people know, man, future world champion in the making right here, man.
Yes.
All you got to do is just believe in yourself and believe in your dreams, and anything is possible.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for your time, man. Let you get
All right,
back to
man.
work up in that gym, grind house.